We've got some rather tough games today, and actually for the rest of the season as well. We face first-placed Watford. Actually, no, I think that's second-placed Watford in the first game today. We also face first-placed Bournemouth in today's episode, and fourth-placed Sunderland. Oh, joy! So, it's going to be difficult. Our last two games of the season are Leeds and Southampton as well, third and fifth. Preston, remember when Preston were down the bottom with us? Now they're 8th. That shows you what is possible in this championship. And hopefully, that's the sort of blueprint for us next season. But we'll start with Watford. We are going to sim the first one because it's the home one. And then we'll play Sunderland away, Derby away, we're in the relegation zone, and Bournemouth away as well. We'll play those three, starting with a simmer against Watford to begin things off today. Whilst we say thank you to those of you in the board behind me, saying thank you to Baldy today. Sorry, Baldy, Brandur, and Adam Austin as well for your continued support in the YouTube comment section. Thank you very much indeed. You can see how strong Watford's side is there. 73, 76, 73. Baker on the left-hand side is a youth prospect from them, not a Patreon player. Just come through their youth academy. Tactical view, quick sim, pray for the goddamn best, and a point will do. Wow. Richards for Gallardo in the 49th minute, and he equalised 2 minutes later. Baker then gave them the lead again before Cleary took just 11 minutes to find an equaliser again. A point against Watford is not what I expected. Don't anticipate me doing that against Bournemouth and Sunderland today as well, but that's a great start, and hopefully the only way is up from there. Sunderland, just as bloody good, to be completely honest. Diamond, Zimmerman and Clark, the front three. Clark in the running for a move to a Premier League side. I think Ipswich and Southampton were in the running for him in real life. By the time this comes out, maybe something's happened. As I record this, nothing is confirmed as of yet. They are missing Timothée Pembele at right back. Huggins starts in his position instead. But other than that, they are at full strength. They're unbeaten in 4. 1-2, drawn 2. We are in solid enough form to be happy enough with how things are going so far, to be completely honest. And, well, Richard scored off the bench in the last game, so let's give him the start here this time instead. And I'm going to give Chaburko a start ahead of Kellen Watts. Kellen Watts is peaked at 71 and 27 years of age. 27's obviously not old, but Kirk Henderson has grown in his loan spell, as we hoped he would. That's why we loaned him in the first place. And Kirk can be retrained as a centre-back at the beginning of next year. And that would mean that we wouldn't need to buy another centre-back. We could just put Kirk Henderson in at centre-back. He could take the step back from CDM into the defensive line. And it saves us having to buy someone and gets Kirk back in the 11. So that is the current plan for the summer. Or part of the plan for the summer, at least. Of course, we don't know yet if there's going to be any transfer bids for any of our better players. We may well see some players leave, but we've got enough higher rated players now and the financial clout at the club that we could hopefully at least adequately replace anyone that leaves us in the summer. But we can't really think about the summer yet. We are trying to ensure that we get ourselves into the top half if possible for next season to give ourselves a slightly boosted wage budget for season 5. But we're having to rely on Kelleros to ensure that we don't go behind here at the minute, because Sunderland are pressing for a goal to go in front. They want to not be in this division at all next season. Sunderland want to be back in the Premier League, and here at the Stadium of Light, they're certainly going about trying to get themselves 3 points here very well indeed. Alese quickly to Zimmerman. His only option is the one out wide. Oh, to Diamond, who looked like he was going to cut inside then. And didn't. Mateta. Ducking. Diving. Kellerus is earning his wages today, isn't he? Bloody hell. Corner from the far side. Jack Clark will deliver in. They've taken a lot of their corners short so far in this game. Linetti clears. It's back to Diamond. And Mateta again. Trying to block it with Cleary. I've done nothing but defend in this game so far. I don't know as I've really made it anywhere near their half. Thank you, Mr. Rose. If we weren't looking to significantly upgrade a goalkeeper, then I'd have said Kelleros was worth keeping on for another year. But unfortunately, we really do need to upgrade there if we genuinely want to kick on. Tell you what, it's a great piece of movement here. And Linetti will look for the ball towards the back post where Cleary can't get there. Maybe Bishop is someone we look to next year, although whether that's a realistic move, I'm not sure. I love that. Well in, Sorensen. Couldn't quite keep it under control. Recover possession, but certainly denied the man that was in possession the chance to get forward. I don't know where to go with the man. Lessie forward, well in, Sorensen again. Still thinking of improving at right back, but Sorensen is having a half-decent season, to be fair. Someone else who's having a decent season. Oh, until that finish was Reyes Cleary. That's my first chance of the game, and we could have taken a very against the run of play 1-0 lead there. Never was it in my mind to square the ball to the man that was in the middle. I was solely focused on getting Reyes Cleary another goal because he's a man we've every faith in at the minute in front of goal. That was more the Cleary of old than the Cleary of new. Comes the Sunderland dominance again. Can't quite get there with Rothwell. Linetti's going to have to come across. Thought they were going to go out wide there. They didn't. Zimmerman. He's wound up for it. Keeps. Cleary, where are you, lad? That's not Cleary. That is. Decent football, though. Rothwell. Drill it. Dodds off the bench. Just able to maintain possession. Osborne. Linetti's come short. Room. Make the right ball. Play the right pass. Kusini Yengi. You can see Cleary movement. There's a man on the edge of the box here. It's Ben Osborne. It's going to be on his right foot. It's deflected and in! So lucky. We'll take it. A smash and grab at I was going to say St James's Park. Sorry, Sunderland fans. At the Stadium of Light. Boos around the ground. I don't know as boos are necessarily worthwhile. But, I mean, Osborne is the man to go to there. And the shot surely was going to be comfortably saved. But there's nothing the goalkeeper can do about that. It's lucky. But we'll take every slice of luck we can get because that has constantly gone against us for the past 18 months. Well in, Carroll. Linetti doing superbly. Rothwell looking to get away. Dodds is going. Get him in. Rothwell to go again. Dodds rides the challenge really well. Rothwell is in again. And across here is Cleary. Cleary! Oh, come on, Reyes! What's happened to you, pal? Lovely first touch by Huggins to get away from Firpo and a turn to Junior Firpo. Not to be outdone here, though. Trying his hardest. Zimmerman will score. Sometimes you just know. 1-1. That's the game. I tried to play that straight down the pitch. He tried to play it forward. Right, Patrick. Oh, I thought I'd won the ball with Junior Firpo there. Close, but not quite. Chance for Sunderland to stand the free kick into the middle. Jack Clark will loop it. Keeper's come and not got there. And Alesse hits the base of the post and anywhere will do. Well, we got a slice of luck with our goal. Now we've just had half the bloody cake with that luck as well. Unbelievable how they haven't made it 2-1. Oh, and another great block. Christ alive, how have we managed to keep this level so far? We've not been dominated like this for a long time. Sunderland just, to this point, I hesitate to say something whilst they're in my box. Sunderland just can't at the minute. Score another goal. 2-1. 3 minutes added on. Oh, if Jensen Weir could have just gotten to that, maybe. Maybe. We don't deserve anything from it. The goal that we did get was really fortuitous. Zimmerman looking for a third. Finds Roberts, who shoots wide, and it will be a 2-1 Sunderland win, and I just can't really argue against it, can I, to be fair? They hit the post as well in an effort that should have gone in with an open goal waiting to be slotted home. That's the way of it. Sunderland just the better side on the day by a large margin. 14 shots, which might be the most we've conceded in any game in this save. So we'll take losing by only 2-1. Next game is top of the table and flying Bournemouth. 4 wins in their last 5. They're missing Romagnoli, Van Voort, Kluivert, Adams, Travers, and Mepham all through international duty, and their side is still that strong. Yikes. Utara, Van Aken, Abel Ruiz, Sinistera, Luis Sanchez. Oh, that's important. Really, really good block. Bournemouth are going for it here, and they might open up some spaces in behind them. We haven't been as pinned in as we were against Sunderland in the opening 20 minutes. And actually, they're getting a bit overly aggressive. Yengi inside, and Linetti with the turn. Carol Linetti nearly scores his first goal for me. Fair play. Quick one with Linetti. Cassini needs to come to feet here, and has done. Linetti's going again. This has worked once for us already in creating a chance. And Cleary's going to be there. It's Gallardo, and on again. Alejo. McKenna with the save again. Had a man over, just couldn't quite work the angle or get the shot power to find the back of the net. We're playing much better against Bournemouth than we did against Sunderland, and we look way, way, way more competitive here. Pinball at the back. Utara. Oh, tried to slide to block it. Sinistera with a great turn. And when the space opened up, you knew what was coming on the end of it. Luis Sinistera was fantastic for us in our lead save. And he's firing Bournemouth further and further towards a championship title and a Premier League return here. How do you deal with that sort of agility and balance to go one way, stop, turn, and then before you know it, he's burst into the box and he's got 5 yards of space. Even when you get a toe to it and you get an interception, it still goes back to them. Max Aaron's in behind. Fair play standing firm. Smith for Cleary. Made Coyote. Oh, it's going to cost me a goal. I played it to exactly where Cleary was, and Cleary fucked off, and Gallardo ran into that space. Why would I play the ball to where my 6'4" striker is, and then want him to go and my 5'7" Cam go for the header? Meep. Okay, 2-0 Bournemouth. Gallardo with a nice turn. Yengi with some room to get into. He just needs to show some strength and agility and balance, and he shows absolutely 0 of all of them. Fantastic. 15 to go. Convincingly beaten here, but, I mean, by the side that are top of the table. So, this is the level we have to aspire to stand a chance of getting out of this division. It's a level that we could be at within the next 2 seasons, but we're going to have to make sure that we recruit well and don't waste money financially on players that aren't going to improve the squad. What a bleeping goal, Reyes Cleary. Could he have picked that out any better? Millimetre perfect into the far top corner from the man that missed a quite straightforward one-on-one earlier. And that's well, goal of the season contender for sure. Lillian Lasser through the gap. 2 minutes of stoppage time added. Osborne. Oh, Sinister is just too quick. Too quick to get to the interception. Too quick to race away with it. It needs to be now. Run for me. Reyes Cleary. Reyes Cleary in the box. He's been off the boil today. As good as his finish was, he's been off the boil. Lukewarm Reyes Cleary today. Needs to be better in the game against Derby. Otherwise, it's going to be a disappointing episode for us all told. There was a point there for us. That was embarrassing from Reyes. Relegation zone, second bottom, Derby County next. They're missing Mendes Lang through injury. But they're not a bad side. They're not great, but they're not a bad side, Derby County. They certainly have the capability to stay in the Championship, but they're at the moment just not doing that. We'll have to make some changes for stamina here. Put Rothwell in at Cam, I think. Jensen Weir's put in a transfer request because he didn't play for about 5 games in a row, and apparently that's enough to warrant putting in a transfer request. So there's that. we've obviously, with the editor, then taken him off the transfer list because it's stupidly unrealistic for it to have done that. I am of the opinion that you shouldn't, in-game, be able to just put in a transfer request and immediately have it accepted. On FM, and as is the case in real life, you can request the transfer and the club have every right to tell you, no, you cannot request the transfer. Whereas in FC, they request the transfer, they get the move. No. People snapping at his heels, left, right and centre. Here's Fornar now. And Yungu. Good save by Rose. Firpo can't get to the loose ball. K turns really well. Good block by Rose again. Corner derby. We need to make sure we start picking points up sooner rather than later. We know we've got sides much higher up the table to play against in the latter stages of this season. But we have to make sure in the games like this, when we play other sides that are around us or lower than the top bloody 5 or 6, that we pick up the points. We were expected to lose to Watford, Sunderland and Bournemouth. And we lost 2 of the 3. But this is a game we absolutely should expect to win. And we anticipate that we will win. But I haven't, because of the nature of the teams we've been playing against, I haven't found my rhythm and flow offensively yet today. And now we find ourselves in a position where we are going to need to have that flow if we're to win a game. And, I don't know, we're a little bit out of sorts. We haven't been playing any good combination football. Keepers have been keeping us out. The one moment of quality was just a consolation goal against Bournemouth. And outside of that, finding it very difficult to break defences down. Other sides because they've got the quality. Derby because they've got the numbers. Cassini's going to go again. Cleary is in there. It's going to come short though. Reyes Cleary, edge of the box. Oh, it's meant for Dodds. Sørensen, Ben Osborne. Cleary's pointing where he wants it. I'm trying to pick them apart here, but they are not to be picked at the moment. Rafferty intercepts. Well done, Doddsy. That's why you got replaced by Elenio. Cleary's won that back off Cashin. We'll go. Yengi. Cleary. Lift it looking for Dylan. Dodds is in behind. It's a decent first touch. The finish is just not good enough, though. We have not got our shooting boots on today. Multiple chances in similar positions that keep not being tucked away. And even the one that went in was so very nearly off target that it looked like it was a world-class finish. It was probably just because he shanked it into the stanchion. All over the top to Cade. Junior Firpo wins it back really well. Junior Firpo has been a player that has been rock solid for us, but has probably not really made much of the highlights package on any occasion. That's a nasty challenge. Linetti's there. Because he just does the job and then isn't really involved much beyond that. Doddsy, why he's waited and then taken on his head, I'm not sure. Cross comes in. Linetti with the head. Oh! Carol Linetti! What a goal to give us a 1-0 lead. A moment of genius from our joint highest rated signing. That's the quality that we brought in with Carol Linetti. A man with World Cup experience, albeit a few years ago. With top flight experience, albeit a few years ago with Torino. Wasn't playing for them in this save. But that header. Wow. Looping, stooping, and into the back of the net. No chance for the keeper. Cambridge 1, Derby 0. That's the quality we've been waiting for. Sini Yengi. Little dink. Rothwell's in. Keeper's calm. He's looking to lob him, and it's not quite worked. Maybe just a little bit more, and that's 2-0. Very close. Would have been a lovely goal. Might have 2 goal of the season contenders in the same game, and 3 in the same episode if that goes in. Manu, option out wide. Sørensen's going to have to come and deal with it out wide here. Rafferty down the line. Turns in well. Manu. Oh, squeezed in at the near post by Gu. Derby County have themselves an equaliser. Just moving the ball about quickly in the box. And I can't change player defensively quickly enough. Manu with a... That was weird. It was like a shield and pass at the same time. Just can't really anticipate that, can you, really? Oh, well. 1-1. We go again. Cleary. we haven't gotten going offensively all bloody day. Looking over the top for Carroll and Netty here, who will keep that in play and look to beat the man and lay that into Cleary, who's got support alongside him here. And Osborne will look for Dodds. But it's deflected. We have not found our attacking mojo. It's been missing all day. Okay, played that through Linetti's feet, I think. It's been a real off day for us in an episode where we expected to get defeats, obviously. But to come away with 2 points when we had the potential and expectation for maybe 4. It's a frustrating way to have the day go today. So that little bit of composure there. Rothwell, lovely ball to Balagizi, who's going to try and use the defender's momentum against him. And James Balagizi couldn't find the lone spell, but can find the winner. It's not how we envisaged going about getting the points today. Significantly more difficult than we anticipated to see off Derby County. But see them off we have. Kusini Engi's done nothing in the last 4 games. Balagizi gets the opportunity off the bench and grasps it with a great finish. Cambridge 2, Derby 1, 3 points for the Yellers, and our march, albeit slowly, towards the top half will continue. Mellin, maybe the opportunity for one more. Referee might well let it go and continue. Dodsey might go for a solo run, or maybe a whipped effort of his own. No, we'll take it. It's fine. 2-1 will do. 2-1 will do. Been a frustrating episode, but 4 points is probably as much as we could have expected from that run of fixtures, if we're completely honest with ourselves. So we won't be too downhearted, but we know that we will have to ensure that we're better in the next one. Otherwise, we can kiss that top half finish potentially goodbye. We're still 18th. Who's that? Our Youth Squad Monthly Report. We'll show you guys that a little bit later in the season. Still 18th. Now 9 points clear of the drop zone. So very, very pleased with that. And 9 points off 12th. So I guess if we have ambitions of maybe still making it into the top half, then we have to realistically expect that maybe we could still get relegated. It's highly unlikely, but we do have some strong fixtures remaining. So that's possible. Only 3 points off 15th, though, which would be a great showing for us after last season. Survival on the last day in the last 5 minutes of the season. So to be where we are at this moment, even after the start to this season we had, is impressive. Blackpool, Bristol City, Cardiff, QPR and Preston in the next episode. Which is... well, they're all winnable games, actually. All 5 of those. And then so Swansea, but obviously Southampton and Leeds aren't necessarily games you'd anticipate that we get 3 points from. Confident that we do stand a chance of getting that top half finish. Although, as you can quite clearly see, it is going to be a bit of an issue with with fatigue because of the nature of the fixture list over this Easter period. We've gone Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday. So we'll manage the squad as best we can. We'll put together, hopefully, some really strong performances in tomorrow's episode. Results at least. Ultimately, it's the points that count. So, by any means necessary. I'll see you tomorrow.